Welcome back to my channel, folks. It's Peter Elgar from Brentwood, Essex, England. This time I've got a new toy to show you. Again, it's not mine, it's on loan from my great camera club friend Richard, who gives me wonderful bits and pieces as well, but this time he's loaned it because it is quite expensive. Wow, what is it? Wow, look at that. It's a Canon, and it's a 200mm prime lens. Yo! I get the lens cap off. Look at that lump of glass. Very expensive. Mustn't scratch it or bang it or anything. It's a 200mm f2.8 Mark II L series EF lens. Wow! So we're going to show you what I've discovered about this. This lens, it's got both automatic focus and manual focus. There's a little switch on the side here where you can change it from AF to MF manual focus. But funny enough, if you have it on automatic focus, you can actually still twist it here because it's a very expensive lens, and you can override the automatic focus and do it manually. So I've used that feature as well, but I have done it on both. I've clicked it to manual focus like that. I've done it manual focus, and I've tried it on autofocus to see how accurate it is. Now, it's got an ultrasonic motor built into the lens. So is it such huge and heavy, in order that the lens is not strained when it's focusing, Canon have what is known as a focus limiter. Then there's another little switch here on the side which you can limit the automatic focus distance. So if you're doing fairly close range stuff, you set it to that. Let me glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. It says 1.5 meters to infinity and one way, and then the other one is 3.5 meters to infinity. It will remember that the closest focus there is 3.5 meters, and it will be quicker. If you put it to the 1.5 meters to infinity, and then you start doing stuff at infinity, it'll be longer to focus, take a longer time. But if you limit it, it'll be much quicker. So I've tried it on both a digital and a film camera EOS. First of all, I tried it on my digital 1000D Canon from 2008 that Richard kindly gave me. There it is. That's the 1000D. Came out in 2008. So we'll see what results we got. Now, red dot to red dot. Red dot's at the top. So you've got to find the. Mustn't drop anything because they get expensive. Red dot to red dot. Yes, gentle, very gentle. Always treat your camera stuff gentle, never force anything. Now, because the glass is so close to the front, it comes with a huge lens hood. And it is advisable to use the lens hood. So that bayonet's on. So you look at the word Canon on top and you twist it gently, because it's only plastic. Gentle. And it seats, yes. That is now on safely. So what do we do? What do we choose to set up? Well, I've put it on mostly to AV, which is aperture value priority. So we switch on the camera, and at the back you've got your screen, and you can see that it's on f4 at the moment. And when I turn the little wheel, we change that aperture. I can't see it. Oh, that's 3.2. Oh, here we are. That's on 2.8 now. It's full aperture. As you turn the little wheel, the aperture should change. You see? And it's gone down f7.1 now. So that's how I operate it on AV. And because it's such a good lens, in order I don't get camera shake, I've set the ISO to 100, which is the lowest on this camera, for best quality, because with this camera it starts getting noisy at 400, unlike cameras which cost you about 4,500 or 5,000 more than what my house cost, these Canons. Crikey, they're so expensive, cost more than what my house cost. And he's got some. Well, this one wasn't so expensive, so it gets noisy at 400 and above. Like my Pentax K10D, that starts getting noisy at 400. So we set it to RAW as well. I've learned how to do RAW files. I can do those now. So we set it to RAW, and that will keep the noise down. If you set it to RAW files, you can set it to a higher ISO using RAW, and it won't get so noisy. That's what I've discovered with this. So we've set it to RAW. So I have it on AV, and I took some snaps, and then I thought, well, I'll try it on a moving car set to sports mode. Wow! So we turn the little dial here to sports mode. Something glass it up so I can see what I'm doing again. It's around here somewhere. Oh, like a little running figure. Be careful you don't put it on macro by mistake. That's on sports mode there. Like a little running figure. And I'll try and see how accurate this blasted Canon is for follow focus. So I went zip zip. We'll just point it out to something here. And why didn't it go? Because it's on. Oh, I wasn't pressing the right thing. Is it focusing? I've got it on the focus limiter now, and we're indoors, so we have to focus limit that to. It went zip zip, and I took 2 pictures in quick succession. So I got a print of the first one I took. There's a moving car coming down the Ongar Road. That was almost full aperture, 3.2. Must have given me about 2,000th of a second. But the second one I took is out of focus. So it didn't follow focus, as they say it should do on sports mode. It failed. So then I noticed when I put the file into the computer, it was a JPEG. Although I had it set to RAW. So my friend who's loaned me this stuff, he's a Canon expert, he said, yes, when you set it to sports mode, they think you're going to send the file straight away to a press desk. So you can't send them RAW, you've got to send them JPEGs. So the camera automatically set to JPEG when you set it to sports mode. Takes it off RAW. So something else I learned. So anyway, we took some shots with it, and these I'm going to show you are from the digital camera. So I got my friend Ken, good old Ken, who sits in Brentwood High Street, poses for me for my test pictures. There's a picture of Ken with this lens, the 200mm at f4, and at probably at 2,000 or something of a second, a bright sun, and it's just a headshot because of the crop factor on that camera. 200mm actually becomes about 320mm. So it magnifies tremendously, and I was quite a long way up. He thought I was getting the whole body, but I was only getting his head because that lens is so powerful. But it's pretty sharp. It's got all these wrinkles and that, pretty sharp. So then I went into the graveyard and took my test photograph of the seat commemorating Second World War, with the dove of peace and the soldiers and the aeroplanes. Look, Spitfire there. Good old Spitfires. They are, aren't they? Yeah, they're the British Spitfires. Look at the shape of the wings of the Spitfires. And then you can see the bokeh, or the out of focus area, is nicely out of focus behind, because that was at almost full aperture as well. So that came out, that snap came out well. Then we've got a gargoyle on somebody's chimney. So my friend, we walked through the high street, he said, come and have a look at that, do that gargoyle. So we did. And I photographed this a long way off, and that thing is a gargoyle on someone's chimney. And that is a 320mm focal length, allowing for the fact it's a crop factor. That is flipping sharp. Wow. Yowie, that was very sharp, that one. Very good. Long distance. So now I've taken it off the digital and I put it onto a film camera. So this is a Canon EOS film camera, the EOS 1000F Mark II or something I was given by a lady, a widow lady, and I've used that on it, so we'll put that on. It now becomes 200mm because it's a film camera, so it says what it says on the box. The focal length now becomes 200mm. So in there I've got a Oro film loaded, good old out of date Oro film, but of course I haven't finished it up yet, so I've got no black and whites to show you, but so I've just showed you the colour ones I took with it off my digital. So what do I think? Well, it is very good lens for the, of course it should be for the price. It's an L series lens, you see, with lanthanum glass, and it's very expensive, but it does its job. If you want the top quality Canon lenses, you have to get the L series. They cost you an arm and a leg. So you rich blighters out there with all these L lenses, I envy you, because they cost more than what my house cost. So there they are. Quick rundown on the famous 200mm f2.8 Canon L series prime lens. Seen a few snaps, and I hopefully got some black and white ones when I've processed it, but there we are. So I hope you like my channel. Keep watching. I can do some occasionally, and if you want to contribute to my expenses like printing inks and chemicals for when I develop my films, you can look at the buy me a coffee down below. It doesn't buy me a coffee actually, that's just the name of the site. It buys me chemicals and stuff to enable me to carry on with my channel. So cheerio for now, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again on another excruciating boring video. I'm no video expert, as you gathered, but anyway, it's in my own inimitable style from England. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Bye bye.